This is crazy. I was definitely not anticipating finding something like this. This is where the rich are gonna live here in Cambodia. Holy crap. All right, good morning from Phnom Penh. My first day here in Phnom Penh. It is already bustling out here. We gotta look for some pick-me-up here. It's about 9:30 in the morning. We gotta get some coffee. Holy crap. This place is nuts. Hello. You have iced coffee? Coffee? How much? $1. Okay. All right, so he's putting some, looks like condensed milk in there. Ice, gotta get the iced coffee. It's gonna be brutally hot today. It's about to be 100 degrees probably. So he's whipping it up. Very nice, nice. Gonna throw some ice in there. All right, so here we got the coffee, freshly brewed, a little bit of condensed milk in there. For sure some sugar. Iced coffee here in Cambodia. Let's try it out for the first time. Wow. Wow. Really, really good cup of coffee here. I don't think I've ever had a better cup of coffee than this right here in Cambodia. This thing just tastes heavenly. Definitely gonna wake you up. I love coffee. I'm a coffee guy. I'm a morning guy. I like sipping on a nice cold cup of coffee, especially in this heat. It is April, the hottest month in Southeast Asia. This is definitely gonna hit well. So here is the main road here in Phnom Penh. And we got all of our skyscrapers here in downtown area. More skyscrapers down there. But it's good to see, we're getting some new construction in here. Really good to see. I think after the whole Khmer Rouge incident, Cambodia kind of fell behind on its development compared to the other countries in Southeast Asia. It seems like countries like Thailand and Indonesia seem to be a little bit more ahead when it comes to infrastructure. It seems like maybe after that whole incident 50 years ago with the Khmer Rouge, maybe really set Cambodia back in terms of development. But it's really nice to see we're seeing some more modern buildings being put up here, some new construction. That's always good to see. Probably a lot of businesses moving their headquarters into more of a lower cost of living area, or lower cost of business and labor, really providing jobs for the city. It's always good to see. When it comes to traveling Southeast Asia, I definitely overlooked Cambodia. I definitely overlooked it. I didn't even consider coming to Cambodia until I was in Thailand, and I was like, well, you know, if I want to go to Vietnam, might as well just go by bus and stop through Cambodia. And it turns out this might be one of my favorite cities here in Southeast Asia. Phnom Penh, I really like the vibe here. I like how it's bustling, it's lively, very affordable, and the people are very friendly. I also like that it feels like a little bit more of an underdog city, or a city that, you know, most people kind of overlook and they don't travel. I like that it's maybe a little bit more off the beaten path, a little bit more of a more raw, authentic sort of experience, rather than just a city built up by tourism, similar to a city like Bangkok, where it's just so saturated with tourists that it kind of dissolves a lot of the raw, authentic Thai culture. Here it's not like that. Here it is definitely not like that. You really feel the Cambodian calmer culture here in Phnom Penh. So here she's selling those meat sandwiches. They're like pork sandwiches or chicken sandwiches. And man, they're so good. I had one last night when I arrived here late last night, and I was so hungry I just went to the first stall. They happened to be selling these sandwiches, and my God, the sandwiches were amazing. I'm definitely gonna have another one later today. A little bit too early, but still early for lunch, but later we will get one for sure. It's starting to feel like we're getting into a more of a developed part of the city, maybe more of the business districts and the upper income residential areas. You can see a lot of the more modern apartment complexes. Streets are a little bit more clean. They actually have usable sidewalks, which is good. A lot of restaurants and cafes around here. Yeah, so it definitely looks like we're more of in a modern residential area. Okay, definitely in a more developed area. Once you start seeing KFC, Burger King, Carl's, they have a Carl's Jr. here? It's the first time I've seen a Carl's Jr. Yeah, once you start seeing this type of stuff, fast food in Southeast Asia is like a luxury. So once you start seeing fast food restaurants, you know you're out of the more low cost of living areas and more in the upper ends of the cities. They have a Cold Stone Creamery as well. Jeez. It's already starting to get really hot out here. It's about 10:30, 11. I can already feel the sweat rolling down my back. And it's about to get way hotter. It's probably about to reach 100 degrees Fahrenheit today, easily. Doesn't look too bad. They don't eat like, it's not like an English breakfast back down here in Southeast Asia. It's rice and chicken for breakfast. Or noodles. It's a bit of a farmer's market back here. Fish, meat, vegetables. I think somebody was making clothes back here. Wow, look at that catfish. Catfish, eels. Oh my gosh. Look at that, eels, catfish. Wow. Sharpening his butcher knife. Oop. So this guy here, this is Norodom Sihanouk. We talk about him briefly in my other video of Cambodia's killing fields and prison temples. If you want more history on the Khmer Rouge, you can check that video out. But Norodom Sihanouk, he was the king during the 1900s. He helped gain independence from the French colonialists in the early 1900s. And then during the Vietnam War, when he was king, he was neutral about the war, and there were people who didn't agree, and they overthrew the government while he was away. And then he joined the Khmer Rouge people to gain power back, to get back in and his seat at the king. And the Khmer Rouge took over, and they placed him under house arrest as the prime minister. He was a kind of a fake prime minister, but he was still placed under house arrest, while the Khmer Rouge just completely took control of the whole country and doing all sorts of violent things. And after that, after the Khmer Rouge era was finished, he was placed back as king of Cambodia until right around 2000, 2003. Here's a good panoramic view of the city of Phnom Penh. Take it nice and slow for you. And I don't know what it is about this city, but I really like it. I really like it. I think it's the people. I mean, I really think the people is what makes the city. Not necessarily how developed it is, or how modern it is, or how built up it is, or the crazy nightlife. I really think it comes down to, are the people friendly? Are the people nice to talk to? Are the people welcoming? I think that's what's the most important part of a city. And you know, a city like this, a lot of people overlook. A lot of people overlook something like Phnom Penh. You know, you think of Southeast Asia when we go and travel, we think of like Bangkok because it's so modern and it's got crazy nightlife, or Bali, or Phuket, or maybe Ho Chi Minh City. But a lot of people, at least I did, I overlooked Phnom Penh. And I'm so glad I came here and took the time to come to this amazing city. I'm not sure where we are, but yeah, some massive hotels there. Shangri-La Hotel. That's got to be at least 300 or 400 minimum a night. The Peak looks like another nice hotel. I'm not sure. Maybe over here is there's like a casino, maybe like an entertainment district. We can go check it out, see what's over there. Wow, this is a very nice area here of Phnom Penh. I don't think I've ever seen this part of the city. I didn't even know it existed, but I think the Mekong River is on the other side of these buildings. It's kind of like a river view. The Mekong River is pretty big. Well, Oxley Woodbridge, not sure if that's office buildings or if that is a hotel. You get some more, maybe national, maybe that's a government building. Not sure this building over here. Selling some sandwiches. Man, I'm getting hungry for some sandwiches. I need a sandwich, man, a sandwich. So this is the base of the hotel. Looks like they got all these shops in here. Pretty built up. Looks like this is kind of like an up and coming area, which is good to see. A lot of Chinese. There's Chinese food. All these Chinese shops. Maybe it's like a small little Chinatown or something. Yeah, everything is Chinese here. All Chinese. So it looks like there's an area here. There's a lot of construction going on. Definitely looks like this part of the city is being built up a lot. Really good to see a lot of investment happening here. I'm sure there's a lot of businesses moving out here to Southeast Asia, so it's probably really helping. Probably going to be a lot of entertainment area. It's very clean in this area. You can definitely tell that they're putting a lot of money. Looks like they have fresh brick that they're laying. This is all new. This is all new. There's no way that this was here just a few years ago. This is all fresh. It's really good to see this city starting to get a little bit of a foothold and growing a bit. It had such a rough history, such a rough recent past, and it's just starting to catch up with its neighboring countries as far as production and development. Wow. I'm sure this is going to look amazing within just a few years. Looks like these walkways are going to be beautiful on this side. It looks like they're building one on that side as well. A lot of nice restaurants already. It's already so clean. Everything is very presentable. These buildings are freshly constructed. Nice residential, new residential buildings. They're constructing all in this area here. These may be office buildings, newer residential buildings. Yeah, this is going to look really nice in a few years. Wow, I definitely want to come back here when this is all finished I'm sure it's going to be very beautiful. It's already so clean. They're putting up a fountain here. This is going to be a nice new fountain. They got tile, doing their tile work. So they're definitely not finished. It's all in production. The work is being done. It's going to be beautiful here. Phnom Penh is going to be such a gem. The next few years, Phnom Penh is going to be a gem. Not many people know about it. Not many people know about it, but it's definitely going to gain a lot of popularity when places like this, like areas like this of the city, start to be very developed and very nice, very safe, very clean. It's going to attract a lot of tourists. It's going to attract expats, and it's definitely going to bring a lot of money into the country and into the city. It's going to provide a lot of jobs. Yeah, this is really good to see. Really good to see. Very nice. It's really starting to feel like I'm not even in Cambodia. Just walking just a mile that way to over here, it feels like I'm in a completely different country. This is crazy. I was definitely not anticipating finding something like this. Wow, this is gonna end up being like a bubble outside of Cambodia. It's gonna feel like you're walking into like a Western country. Wow, this is crazy. Looks like they're wow, look at this. Looks like they're building massive houses. This is where the rich live. This is where the rich are gonna live here in Cambodia. Holy crap. There's some nice houses. Oh my goodness. That thing is gonna look beautiful when it's finished. That's a nice modern little house there. Wow. Wow. These are massive houses. So much money is being put in this area of the city. Dang. This is so good to see. Phnom Penh is up and coming, man. Up and coming, Phnom Penh. Ah, what is this over here? Is this a house? Or is this a hotel? There's no way this is a house. This could be the king's house. This thing's freaking huge. It's gated. Oh my goodness. Who the heck lives here? That one's freaking nicer. Oh my goodness. Very nice. Yeah, this is nice. I can't believe it. That's also a nice one there. Wow. Look at that architecture. Very nice. I like that. A modern villa. SBF. Sam Bankman-Fried lives here. SBF, modern villa. This is where Sam Bankman-Fried is hiding out, I guess. Wow. I got him, feds. If you're looking for Sam Bankman-Fried. Right here. SBF. Some pretty nice real estate out here in Phnom Penh, I must say. Let's go see if we can find a nice view of the Mekong River. Major advantage that a city like this has over some of its neighboring cities that may be more developed, or even cities in developed countries like the US, is that this city is building from scratch. It's building new material, new buildings, 2025 modern style buildings on fresh ground. It doesn't need to tear down anything. And a lot of the modern cities, I mean, if you look at New York City, there's a lot of buildings that, you know, just are starting to wear down so much, starting to look so junky, and they're not replacing it to make it more of a modern feel to it, or a modern infrastructure. Even if you just look at the subways in New York City, they're absolutely disgusting. They haven't been revamped in such a long time. But you know, in cities like this, where it's just everything is new, everything is fresh, it's building on fresh ground. It's a lot cheaper to build, for the most part, on fresh ground where you don't need to tear anything down. You don't have to deal with contamination from the previous buildings. And overall, it's just a lot easier. So in a way, cities like this have, in the long term, have a bit of an advantage when it comes to building, because you're now building 2025 style, modern style buildings without having to tear anything down. And that's what we're seeing here. All right, and here we are. This is the Mekong River, the third largest river in Asia. And it spans through several different countries, starting in China, comes down through Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and then spilling into the Gulf of Thailand. But this was a major trading route throughout history, transporting goods between these countries, and even transporting drugs, human trafficking, weapons, troops for the Vietnam War. And it wasn't uncommon during the Vietnam War in the Khmer Rouge area for locals and villagers to see dead bodies floating down the river. But here it is, the Mekong River. Quite big, quite big. You can see a lot of people still fishing. I'm sure there's some good fishing in here. Let's take a little dip. Let's dip. Holy shit! Almost just fell in. This thing is slippy as hell. Wow, it's nice and warm. Nice and warm. Not clear at all. But if I jump in here, there might be a river monster coming up and eat me. Oh, feels nice though. Very nice. Nice and warm. All right, well, one major problem here, or minor problem. There's no way to get back up. How the heck do I get back up here? I could either climb or I can wade through this water. It looks like there's an oil can that's spilt there. I think, let's see how deep this is. We might have to walk across this. Oh man, I swear the stuff that I get into. Hopefully there's no crocodiles in here. Are there crocodiles in Cambodia? I think so. Or alligators. I think this is fresh water, so it'd be alligators. Ah, man. Ah, it looks deep. Looks pretty deep. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, that just drops off. Alright, looks like we gotta climb this. Option 2 is gonna be climbing this. Option 3, walking back down 2 miles to the next steps. I think I can scale this thing. I can do it. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. We did it. As long as I can do a pull-up, this is why I do pull-ups. So I can get out of situations like that. Oh. Wow, what a beautiful view. Phnom Penh, baby, Phnom Penh. Up and coming. Hell yeah. I love this city. I love it. All right, so I thought I'd go check this out. It's called Nagaworld. It's in this area that I was with all the hotels, the massive skyscrapers. And it turns out it's a casino. There's a freaking casino here. That's crazy. You got poker tables over there, slots. It's a hotel. Nagaworld. Yeah, so look. Playing poker, roulette. Oh man, I didn't know gambling was legal here. I bet, yeah, some of this is in Chinese. So I bet this is really for a lot of Chinese tourists that come over and want to gamble, since it's illegal to gamble in China. So they probably get a lot of Chinese people that come out here. Electronic roulette. Electronic roulette. I wouldn't trust that. I've never placed a bet at a casino. Never placed a bet. I never will. I never will. So this looks like the restaurant area. Very nice restaurant. Wow. Very luxurious. I'm getting a luxury feel. Yeah, there's the floor, the casino floor. Wow. Phnom Penh is surprising me. Phnom Penh is surprising me with every turn. Wow. Got a whole beautiful restaurant back here. Okay, back in the city center, looking for a sandwich. It always seems like when I'm not looking for one, they're everywhere, but when I'm looking for one, I can't find one. Oh, look at all these birds feeding. Wow. Crazy. She's feeding the birds. Let's see what we can find here. Looking for a sandwich. Just a sandwich. What do I gotta do to find a sandwich around here? This one, beef?
Beef.
6,000.
6,000.
Okay, let's do it.
Lobster beef with egg.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's
One.
do it. One. Okay, looks like we can't find a sandwich, but we will try some noodles. I haven't had noodles yet. With beef and egg. Sounds pretty good. Alright, here it is. Noodles, beef, and egg with some vegetables, and maybe pork. Not sure. Oh, still hot. Yeah, I think this is like a pork. Then we have egg, noodles, some vegetables, and some beef. Looks pretty good. I've never had this before, so this will be the first time. Yeah, the noodles are cooked really good. Not too chewy, perfectly cooked. Let me try some of the beef. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, I like it. Alright, thank you for joining me here for my first day in Phnom Penh. Absolutely amazing city. I really enjoyed it so far. I'm gonna be here for a few weeks, so there's gonna be a lot more videos on Phnom Penh to come. But I really like it because you can really tell that it's an up and coming city. There's definitely gonna be a lot of growth coming in the near future. Really curious to see what the city is going to transform into over the next few years. So looking forward to enjoying the rest of the city, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.